All right. Hello. This is my third episode of my cancer story. Um, Yesterday we left off. We left off on just the week before my first surgery, and this is a pretty nerve-wracking week. I can't remember all of it properly, but what I do remember is I felt anxious. I wasn't anxious of actually the surgery of them cutting me open and searching the thing or knowing if it could be cancer. It was the fact of getting knocked out. I just did not want to get knocked out. I was scared. Didn't know what it would be like. Um, it was just, I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought, what if I never wake up or some stupid shit like that. But anyway, the day before, not the day before, I'll just take it to the day of. I had to get up really early, about 6 o'clock. Um, to go to the Mater private now in Matin. This hospital, by the way, it was like a hotel. It was beautiful. It was so modern. It was new. Like, it's weird saying like rating my favorite hospitals, but that 100% was the best one. It was so nice, very clean, obviously, and just modern. It was proper modern. So the day of, I remember going in. We had to go up a few stairs. Sorry, no. What they did first was they I had to get a CT scan, which is you're laid down, put you a tube, and they scan your whole body to check for cancer. I'm guessing is what they were doing, but they had to put the cannula in first, or not a cannula, yeah, a cannula. They put a cannula in my arm, they had to put a dye into me it's not just me, it's everyone for a CT scan. They put dye through you, so it like lights up your body, the inside, for it to see inside. And it's really weird. They told me I was shit scared of everything, because this is my first time going through everything. I was scared of the actual dye, because they told me when they go through, it's a funny feeling. So I went through it. I actually thought I shit myself. Actually thought I had just shit myself in front of like two or three nurses. They told me before, they go that you might think you are after pissing yourself or shitting yourself with the dye, and I was like, I'm actually positive that I just have. They're like, no, it's just a feeling of it. And we had a good laugh about it, and that kind of calmed me down. To be honest, that really calmed me down. So then I remember going up into a room, and that's where I waited, and I was panic. I didn't panic, but I started just getting really nervous, really, really nervous. I remember, if anyone has ever gone through kind of like a traumatic experience, you remember small things very vividly. And this is probably useless information, but I remember vividly. You ever watch that show? It's a kid show. It's like Animaniacs or something. If you ever seen that video of that guy singing the nations of the world or something like that, that's stuck in my head vividly, and I could not stop like singing that in the back of my head throughout this entire thing. I remember that vividly. It was weird, and they had to give me a pill to kind of calm myself down. I wasn't like panicked, but I was just breathing heavily. I was like, oh no, I don't know if I can do this. So I took the pill and I kind of relaxed a bit. And I remember when they called me in, I didn't have to move or anything. It was great. I just put on a dressing gown and they pushed my bed down. And now when I did this, like, I'm trying to get like the best view for you. If you've ever played, this is because I just love games. If you ever played Nazi Zombies, Call of Duty, if you've ever played it, the map 5, when you go down to the third level, and it's like a facility, it's the weirdest. That's exactly what it was like. It was so weird. It was not like the hospital. It was like I was put into the Pentagon or something. They drop you down, and you're in this facility where they're doing all the surgeries. I'm guessing they have to keep you away. I don't know. It was like a basement or something. And I remember going through this. They were rolling me through. I was getting nervous again. I was like, oh no. And they pushed me into this room. The doors closed in front of me. They closed behind me. And I remember now, I was like, and there was medicine hanging everywhere. There was loads of needles and shit around me. I was like, what is this place? What's going to happen? It was the needle room. It was the anaesthetic room. This is where you'd meet now with the anaesthetic doctor. And I met with them first. Very nice lady. She knew exactly how to calm. She must have done this for years. She was very good. She knew how to calm me down anyway. And what happened was, I sat there, my cannula was still in, so I didn't have to get pinched again. She connected something to it. She just said, look, I know you're 16, you've probably never been drunk before, but it's like this, it's a really nice feeling. I was like, okay. And she goes, right, I'm just going to clear out your cannula first, because I was really nervous, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, are you sure now you're just cleaning out? She's like, yeah, cleans it out. She puts it in anyway. 2 seconds later, I am so drowsy. I'm like, what has she done to me? I've been drugged. So what's happening? Why? And I was like, oh, she was after tricking me. But that was the start of it. And you know what? It felt amazing. It's 10 times better than getting drunk. You know, it's amazing feeling. You're getting drowsy. You are feeling sleepy, but everything is absolutely hilarious. I must have been in that room for about another 2 minutes, but then they take you out, and then you see this like the operating room, which is it's like the stuff in the movies. You know, that's all I can think. It's just like the movies, like the three huge lights at the top coming down, and just the table. So they lift you off the bed onto like the table, and they strap on heart monitors onto you. At this point, if I hadn't have been on that drug, if they had not have given me that anesthetic there, I would have been so nervous. I would not have been able to do anything. So yeah, they put me down on the table, and I just laid there, and I was like, this is amazing, this is hilarious. So then the last thing I properly remember was they got a mask of gas, and this is how they push you out. They put it on, and they said, just count back from 10 there. And I just being like absolutely off my head, I was like, no, I bet you I could stay awake. And I had my eyes wide open, like, yeah, I'll stay awake. And then out, just gone, conked out. Yeah, so then it seemed like nothing, you know. It seemed like I fell asleep for like 2 seconds and woke up again. I woke up in a different room now. It's like a line of people, like, you know, just waking up. This is where everyone from the surgery woke up. And I woke up, and I was still off my game, but I knew what was going on. I was like, oh, thank God that's over. But the pain that I felt in my, like, obviously where they cut open was absolutely excruciating. This is probably the worst pain, as in like pain and nausea are different things. This is probably one of the worst pains I've ever gone through. It would not go away, and it was horrible. I was there, like, not screaming, but I was crying there. I was like, I'm so much pain. So what they did, they had you're attached to morphine. I think it was morphine anyway, and they give it to you, and then the pain just went away. But I was conked again. I nearly fell asleep again. And I remember seeing this nurse, and I was off my head. And this nurse, I started chatting to this nurse for ages now, just about life, you know. And I was so like bad, and yeah, she was there for ages and ages and ages, you know. And I was still nervous for some reason, but she calmed me down. She was a very good nurse. I can't remember her name, but she was a very good nurse, you know. She started, you know, we were just on about life and all that. But then, you know, when that was over, I got rolled. I was okay. I still wasn't, like, you know, I don't know how to call it, like sober or whatever. But they brought me back up into my room, and yeah, the pain had kind of gone down. Brought me back up to my room, and I lay there for a while just eating, you know. I had few bit of toast, and then they said, yeah, you're done, and off you went. Before he left, he came in, he said, yeah, I didn't remove your testicle because I couldn't tell if it was cancer, you know. Sometimes I'm guessing they probably know immediately, but they couldn't tell. They only took a part because the big apple size thing was still there, you know. I was surprised, like, why didn't she take it out? But because it's a weight now, like, you know, it's that bad. So then I walked. So then I just went home, and that was that. That was the end of that for about, I can't like pinpoint how long it was. I'd say it was about a week and a half later. So I'll describe to you, in that week I couldn't really walk around. I had to stay at home. A few of my friends came up to the house a few times. I remember this again. Another vivid thing was my friends came over, and they were just pucking in the air, and I sat down on the swing set just watching them. I remember one of my friends goes, catch, and it was a frisbee, and he just, as a joke, he just goes, catch this, and he threw it up, really good throw, and it came to me. I was going to catch it like that, but I jumped. But as I jumped, I felt awful pain, and I fell because the pain had distracted me, and I fell. Didn't catch the frisbee. I fell right on my ass, and I thought, oh my God, is the stitches after like coming apart? And I wasn't in pain, but I was just like, oh my God, this is so stupid. And I remember going inside checking, because I had to take, there was so much wrap around me. I was wrapping, I was like, oh, I was okay because the stitch was okay. It was a bit of bleeding, alright, but it was okay. I remember that. That was good. I enjoyed the days that my friends came over because it was sunny, you know. It was really, really sunny. Yeah. Then we went down. I remember this. We went down to West Cork. We had a house in a place called Iries in West Cork. Beautiful little village. It was like Balamory because all the houses were like coloured very nicely. Yeah, we went down there for a while. I was trying to think now. I went down there for a while and it was very nice. It was beautiful. I couldn't really do much walking. I did walk like up to the end of my estate and back again. I did small things, but we were there for about 5 days, and every day it kept getting better. It was like a miracle. I had no idea what was going on. Every day I was able to walk up and down, but then I was able to go walk like around. There's a ring around Iris. I was able to walk a 5k. I walking it faster and faster every day, and they had a pitch as well. I brought my hurley and all that. I went up to the pitch and I was able to start running. I just tried. I said, because we had a championship game. It was like an under-16 championship game, but championship in Ireland, GA championship is huge. Especially it's like even though it's a younger age, it's still massive. It's big. I had championship and I really wanted to get better for it, and I could have. I 100% could have. I was up at the pitch up in Irish practicing, and you know what? I felt good. I was able to run. I was able to sprint. I was able to shoot while sprinting. Yeah, and it didn't hurt as bad. Now it did hurt a tiny bit, but it wasn't that bad. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be okay for championship. I told my dad because he was the manager. I said, I think I'm actually okay. I think I might be able to. And he said, look, we'll just see anyway, because it was in a week. It was about a week, or was it a week? No, it was about a week, 5 days. And then the last thing I'm gonna say, and this was the phone. It was a day. It was raining, pissing rain. I still remember it. He rang us. No, sorry, the nurse rang us in the matter and said, "Oh yeah, we got the results back." They were like, "Yeah, we can just see. Well, I think we're just gonna see you there on Friday, or something like that." It was just she was very happy. We sounded happy. I was like, "Oh, we're grand, grand." So yeah, she was like, "Grand job, yeah." We were gonna come back anyway for the championship game. I was like, "Yeah, fine, perfect." And that's where I'm going to leave this episode here. Coping with the... I'm just going to say coping with the surgery. All I say is just if this ever happened or if you have surgery anyway, just rest, literally. Rest, and maybe what I did was walk really, really slow. Like I walk really like in a little area. Like what I used to, like walk, like I don't know, in your yard, walk 10 feet up, 10 feet back, stop, go in, rest, do the same, and keep kind of building it up. If you've ever in any injury, that's what I did anyway, and it worked. And that's how I was okay with the surgery. That's how I was able to get much better. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave the episode there, and tomorrow I'll talk about when he told me I was diagnosed with cancer. So thank you all for listening, and talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.